Giant. Holy cow. You know, no matter where you live in the United States, the bass bite is probably as good right now as it will be all year. So I wanted to spend some time and talk to you about a few of my favorite baits. One of the questions that I get asked most often, what did you catch that big bass on? You know, I love to go out, cover water, and try to find those big bass. You know, I feel like in and around the spawn that if you put that big bait at the right angle, make the right cast in front of that big bass, that you can get them to eat. Let's talk about just a few things that I think the everyday angler can go out and catch more bass on this spring. First off, the Booyah Melee. One of my favorite chatterbaits. Again, you can pick those up at lurnet.com. Use the code KENNER15. You know, at the core of it, I'm a spinnerbait guy. If you've seen any of my videos over the years or watched any of my stories on my social media posts, you probably know that I love to throw a blade. And, you know, this year with Lurnet, you know, I've really had to hook up with some War Eagle, some Booyah, just some great lures. Anybody can pick this up. You can chuck them on this back to the boat. So when we talk about War Eagle spinnerbaits, one of the reasons I like the War Eagle spinnerbait is I love the blades. You can see the detail there on the blade. And I just think the smallest detail, like those blades, can make the difference in getting a bite, especially if you fish in a high pressured situation like me. One thing though that this time of year that I like to do is tweak those spinnerbaits just a little bit. You know, this is a point in the year where most of these fish have seen it probably a spinnerbait. So maybe trim the skirt, you know, maybe mess with the colored blades. You know, Booyah offers the Booyah Glow blade. And personally, I love the white blades. I love the white and chartreuse blades. So, you know, go check those out. But just being something different, especially if you're fishing in a high pressured situation like we do here in Eastern Kentucky, you know, you're probably going to need to be a little bit different post spawn and from here on out. Maybe add a trailer, maybe add a big swim bait. One thing about Lurnet and the custom paint shop, when we talk about the custom paint shop, you know, these are just a couple lures from over there at the custom paint shop, okay? They offered limited production on several of those lures, but there's always something new over there, so go check that out. And, you know, one of my favorite, probably one of my all-time favorite search baits for in the springtime is the Booyah One Knocker and the Booyah Hard Knocker, okay? That Rayburn Red, that color is hard to beat just about any time of year. It seems to get bites. You know, if you follow any of my content on my channel, you probably watched the trip last year to Chickamauga. If you haven't, you can check that out up here in the cards. But one of my favorite baits, has become one of my favorite baits. I neglected this for a long time. The Booyah Toad Runner. That thing, I don't know what it is, but it drives the big bass crazy. So pick one of those up this spring. You know, as the water warms, that's going to be a great option for you to go out and catch some of those big bass. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, hit that bell, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads in the future. Going to be coming to you with a few more trips. You know, it's almost Lake Erie season. It's going to be May and you know, school's getting out for summer. You guys probably know I'm an educator, and I just can't wait to spend some time up there on the big lake, get after some of those brown fish, and try to get after some of those walleye. You know, it's the greatest time of year in most places in the country. So, you know, get outdoors and enjoy the outdoors, go fishing, pick up some of those lures that I've talked about over on lurnet.com. Like I said, use the code KENNER15, save yourself a little bit of money. Orders over $25 get fast, free shipping, and they'll get those orders out to you quick.